everybody, welcome to today's Yoga Burst. Today we're going to do a heart-opening flow that's inspired by summer and designed to balance the Pita Dosha. I'm talking about this in my classes at the moment, but the doshas are a concept in Ayurveda that we use to find balance within ourselves. There are 3 of them. Each of them have elements and seasons that pertain to them, and the one in the summer is called Pita, like the bread. It is all about fire and water, and when we have these 2 things coming together, yeah, they're clashing, but they're also transformative. Think of heat turning water into steam or lava hitting the sea. We have transformation at this time. But as well as in our bodies, we have heat, and the earth around us, we have heat. When there's too much Pita going on in our minds, then we can get a little bit hot-headed, as it were. So today, we are opening our hearts, we're trying to free ourselves a little bit of ego, and we're going to be going through a very intentional practice. Even though it might be warming, we're not going to get too hot. All right, so I think it'll be handy to have 2 bricks. I don't know why I took them away from myself. So when you want to set up for your balance today, I would suggest having your bricks, if you're using them, at the top of the mat like so. Now if you aren't using bricks, if you're using a chair for example, again, top of your mat, pop the front 2 legs on the chair so it doesn't straight away from you, and we'll start standing at the top of our mats here today. Could you take a second just to ground down, and you might even want to place your hand on your heart, maybe one on your tummy as well, and just take stock of where your energy is today. Take a moment to see if things are running a little bit quickly, if your body has been moving non-stop all day, or your mind. You might have a bit of an excess of Pita already, so we take a second now to ground, to align with the other elements, earth and air. So notice your feet on the floor, notice the breath flowing through your lungs. Beautiful. All right, we'll get going here. Let's start with the back bend. Standing with your legs about hip width apart. You could inhale to take your hands nice and tall. And we're going to exhale to tuck our hips under and engage through our cores. Good. Every time you breathe in, you're going to lift a little taller. Every time you breathe out, hugging your center. Good. Let's start bending back. We're going to send our hips forward. So as you inhale, reach a little further. And as you exhale, send your hips forwards, bend your knees. Opening your heart. You're lifting a little bit further back with your hands every inhale. And engaging through your center, send your hips a bit further forwards as you exhale. Good, all right, let's use another inhale. Come straight up. And you can breathe out to let it down. Good, we're gonna plant through the right foot. So nice and steady on the ground, bend into your right knee. You could inhale to lift up your left toes. Your hands can go wherever feels steady. And exhale to engage your core. Pull that center in. We can take that leg out, and we're gonna rotate it around, and we're gonna take it into a half moon pose. So going around to the side, your left hand can wrap around your back, or reach this go. Ooh. And that's why it's good to have a wall around. You could let your right fingertips reach towards bricks. Yeah. If you ever need to just stop your heel down for a second, do it. And then you come into this shape. Ooh, stacking your hands. Well done, everyone. Okay. When you're ready, let's land. Left toes are going to come back. We're going to keep that front knee bent, and we're going to go all the way into a peaceful warrior. Breathing in, taking your heart back. Breathing out, sending your hips forwards, your knee forwards. 2 or 3 breaths here. You can wrap the hand all the way around. Good job. All right, next time you breathe in, you can lift up through that leg, let your hand come down, and we'll rotate so that we're facing the long edge of the mat. Turn your toes out a little bit, make your legs even. Catch my breath. We'll find a star pose from here. Opening your hands up nice and wide. And breathing out to send your hips forwards. Good. Staying with this motion, inhaling to lift. And exhaling to center. Push your hips forwards. Good. Keep going with this. Nice. All right, we'll inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, you could squat into your left knee, extend into your right leg, and find a Skandasana. Ooh, good job. My goodness, I can never balance it for too long. You could always have your bricks nearby, or just a brick. I like to pop it underneath my heel in this pose, or you could have it out in front of you under your fingertips. Maybe engaging just a little bit through that other foot to keep you nice and strong. Good. Once you spend a moment here, we're going to find a wild thing variation. So your left hands could either be on the mat or on a brick. Give yourself a little bit of height. You're going to drop that knee down and swing your right hand all the way around and up for a big old heart opener. Inhaling to lift your heart to the sky, and exhaling to strengthen through your center. Not too much, letting your front body be open, but we have this little squeeze to protect our back. One more inhale here, and as you breathe out, let's come around. We're going to keep this knee on the floor, and we're going to lift up. We're in a kneeling position. We'll take it all the way around, so we're looking at the short edge of the mat. And we're going to come into a camel pose here today. Let's take a twisted camel. So kneeling here, you can inhale to open your heart. And as you exhale, you take your right hand forwards, your left hand back. You can look at your back fingertips, and we're thinking about wringing our bodies out like a washcloth here. So your heart and your hips are trying to pull away from one another. Every inhale you're lifting, every exhale you're wringing out your spine. Good. You can stay here, or we can reach down with those left fingertips. You might bring your break if you're using one in between your heels, or you can tuck your toes so that your heels are high and reach for your foot with your hand. And we're going up and over. It's just kind of like a mini version of that pose you just did with both legs kneeling. Good, all right. We're going to come out of this pose and exhale, drop down, let your hips fall back, let your heart fall forwards. And we're going to do this all again on the other side. Let's take a little break first though. You can drop your hips to your heels and find child's pose. Find a balasana and be here for just a few breaths. Remember to let that ventilation system do its work. Come back to especially your inhales, really deep, big breaths in. And could you pay attention to how when your inhale comes in, it offers this cooling sensation around your face. Well done. All right. When you're ready, you could bring yourself up through a tabletop. From here, you could find a little down dog. Go through a vinyasa if you fancy it, and then we can head into a fold, walking forwards, coming to the top of the mat, inhaling to lift halfway, exhaling to release, and pressing into your heels to rise up. Good. Finding a mountain and taking a moment before we do all of this again on the other side. Okay, when you're ready, we'll go for that standing back bend. If you want to challenge yourself a bit more this time, you can bring your feet close together. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale to tuck your hips under, engage your core, protect your lower back. Keep going with this motion. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to release. We can take that balance into the other side now, planting through your left foot, lifting up your right. Engage through your center as you breathe out. You can inhale to lengthen that leg, and exhale to lean back just a little bit. Good. Okay, we're going to take that leg all the way around. Staying long. You can reach your left fingertips down to the brick. Press your right foot out behind you for Ardha Hanumanasana. If you feel comfortable here, you can open up that hand to the sky as well. You could look up to the hand if you feel really steady. Good stuff. Let's change this from a moon to a star. Landing those toes, opening up tall, inhale. And sending your hips forwards, exhale. Good. Stay with your breath for 2 or 3. Nice, lifting as you breathe in And you can release your hands down, Skandasana on the right as you breathe out. Oh my goodness, yeah. You could grab your brick to give you a bit more support if you want. Oh, been doing this many years, that one still gets me, I always wobble all the way down. Finding a little lift through your heart if you can. Good. All right, let's bring our knees down onto the ground, free that brick, and you can bring your right hand onto a brick or onto the mat as you inhale to lift your heart, swing your left hand round, and go for your little wild thing variation. Good job. One more big breath. And as you breathe out, swing it around. We come into that kneeling position at the back of our mats. Good. All right. In our camel pose, we're going for that twist again. You could pop that brick between your heels if you want to use it. Inhaling is open. Exhaling, left hand forwards, right hand back this time. Wringing your body out like a dishcloth. Nice, all right. You could reach your right hand down to the blocks, and your left hand to the sky, if you like, on a big breath in. And engage, push your hips forward as you breathe out. Nice one, everybody. Okay. To come out of this shape, let's use an exhale, swing it round. You bring it down. And find a balasana or any other comfy position now. We're going to take just a moment here, finding a bit of breath, finding a bit of ease, and then we will do a cooling pranayama to close everything off. So, once you feel like you've caught your breath a little bit, once you feel like your body has calmed down, you could bring yourself to a seated position. This can also be done lying down, but it's up to you. You have a bit more control seated. You could come into a meditative seat, whatever that looks like for you. Try and get your hips higher than your knees, so you could elevate your hips onto something and then settle yourself down. Today I'll offer you guys Shitali Pranayama to close up. Now, in this pranayama, you can either pretend you're sucking the straw through your lips and breathe in or you can make the straw with your tongue. Now, I know not everybody can do this, but if you can curl your tongue like that, then you could breathe in and out through the curled tongue. Let's just try a round of this by ourselves first with the little lip one, not the tongue one. You could just try breathing in through your lips and out through your nose. Feeling that coolness as you inhale and the warmth as you exhale. Well done. All right, we're going to do 3 rounds of that together here now. I'm going to count, and I'm going to count with my fingers because I'm going to be breathing in through that thumb, and I can't really talk. So we'll count in for 6 and out for 6. You can curl your tongue or just make that shape in your lips. You can take a big breath in and out to prepare now. And when you're ready, through your straw, breathing in. Through your nose, breathing out. Again, inhale. Hold and exhale. Last time. And out. Well done. Could you sit with this cooling sensation flowing around your face and maybe visualize it moving to other parts of your body. You might stay and do a little bit more of this pranayama to help you out with that, or take your own version of it. Breathe here for another moment and let yourself cool and calm down. When you're ready, take this energy and bring it into the rest of your day. Thank you for stepping on the mat with me as always, guys. Thank you for taking the time to explore your Pita dosha and hopefully balance it out a wee bit today. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.